Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for October. If Virgo is in your sun, moon, or rising, then this is where you need to be. So it's gonna be the usual stuff, just some oracle cards, some tarot cards. We're gonna look at general month of October for you. Love and relationships, career and finances, health and spirituality, music going on in the background, you know the drill. A lot must be going on with you, Virgo, and the reason I say that is because I have four different oracle decks that I'm using for this. And for technically, one of the decks is two decks because it's a scenario and answer. For the Goddess Dream Oracle, the Moon Oracle, and the answer section of the Rebel deck, you drew two cards. So a lot is going on for you in the month of October, Virgo. So let's go ahead and see what you got. So we have number 19, Tower. Now, Tower in this deck is corporations and legal stuff and red tape. So it'll be really interesting to see what that's about. We have I am tired of my own shit. Blank will help me move through it. With Love and Light, Virgo, you are never a fan of your own shit. So, going vegan for a day. Forgiving. Ooh, interesting. And then we have Movement Awakens My Creative Spirit. That's card number 27. Okay, there's no boobies, there's just butts, and YouTube hasn't yet got me in trouble for butts, so here we are. Card number 38, When I Let Others Shine, I Shine Too. Interesting. Are we not playing well with others, Virgo? What's going on here? We have Awareness, card number 3. Look beyond what you see. There's a lot of little foxes there. And then we have card number 19 again. So the 19th might be very important to you this month. Intention, Spinning Fate. Very interesting. I don't think I've ever drawn this card, so I'm going to have to look at the book for that. So, right off the bat, again, 19 has appeared twice, so the 19th might be very important for you. We also have 3, 38, and 27. I feel like there's a lot of orange and brown. Just so much orange and brown. Orange is part of the sacral chakra. So you might need to work on that, your own sacral chakra, which movement kind of also makes me think about that. Dance is a way to awaken that and get it to spin properly. Especially because the sacral chakra is it's our creation energy, so it's our passion, it's sexual energy, creation. Again, it does affect confidence too. Orange in general is a color that tends to signify creativity. And then brown makes me think about safety. Brown is a very, it's a cozy color. It's a, it's not calming like blue is, but it just makes you feel like you're okay. So the other things here, let's see here. So with going vegan for a day, I mean, if you're not eating your vegetables, you need to be eating your vegetables. Virgos do tend to have more sensitive stomachs. So definitely making sure that you're getting the nutrients you need to move things along properly. Movement will help with that, honestly. And forgiving. So we have forgiving. We have when I let others shine, I shine too. I do feel like you're maybe not getting along with people like you normally are, or maybe you're just kind of not getting your way. With the tower, again, the tower refers to corporations. It also refers to legal stuff and restrictions, right? Rules. Lots and lots of rules. Um, so you might be having a hard time navigating through rules. Boundaries could be a thing in October that you are dealing with, whether it be your boundaries, navigating another person's boundaries. The Tower card does come from the story of Rapunzel. I don't know why I'm thinking about Rapunzel in particular. The other thing here is she has red hair, she has red hair, this person has red hair. So a redhead could be very important at this time. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to look at this card really fast and we're going to read the book, see what it says. I feel like whatever is going on for you, especially in terms of other people, Virgo, you simply don't have all the pieces of the puzzle. Um, I feel like you don't have all the pieces of the puzzle with many of the people around you, and you need to talk. You need to have a conversation to just clear crap up. I feel like with multiple people. Okay. Goddess Frigg, spinner of fate, calls to you to remember. She entreats you to rediscover the magic in the mundane. With sacred intention, the simplest action can have profound effects. A meal cooked with love can feed hearts as well as hunger. A story told with enthusiasm can feed imagination and enrich lives. A smile at a stranger can make someone's day. You too are a spinner of fate. It is told that Goddess Frigg brought the flax plant to earth and taught people how to spin and weave the fibers into linen. The making of cloth was a vital skill and involved a single-pointed concentration as in meditation. Goddess Frigg calls you to regularly take yourself away from the hustle and bustle of modern-day living to be still and meditate. With attention and intention, wonderful yarns can be spun. Frigg is the goddess of motherhood, home, and domestic life. She encourages you to spend time at home, enjoy creating and living in your special space. Try to treat all that you do, even your least favorite tasks, as divinely gifted favors. You may be surprised by how different it makes you feel. With devotional practice and care under the watchful eye of Goddess Frigg, you may find that your skills grow and grow, and that you can spin love to fill every heart and weave a wonderful cloth of harmony. Yeah, I kind of feel like that does go into what I was saying, like going into if you feel like you've been having miscommunications with a lot of different people in your life, you need to, and misunderstandings too, you need to be going towards having clarifying conversations with everyone, and you need to let go of the idea that you have to be right with love and light. You are often right, but you don't always have to be. Go in to connections with people with the intention of wanting to understand, with the intention of wanting to have clarity, to form a deeper bond. Usually it's when we don't have all the pieces of the puzzle that is when miscommunication happens, and when misunderstandings happen, and when our connections with other people get broken. I'm going to assume with the tower here that it's largely people you work with that you aren't having a great time with. And there's just a couple messages here that make me feel like you're probably just not taking care of your health like you need to be. Movement and going vegan for a day. Like you, I feel like whatever's going on has been getting you really trapped in your head and you've just been kind of staying there and ignoring the needs of your body, which you're an earth sign. Anything going on in your mental body is going to show up in your physical body. Anything going on in your emotional body is going to show up in your physical body. If you are sick, if you are not wanting to do anything, if you are not eating properly, these are all symptoms of whatever is wrong mentally and emotionally and spiritually for you. The reason why Virgos have such a sensitive stomach from a metaphysical point of view is because you guys stress out about so many things. You are a very anxious sign, and you guys stress out about a lot of things. You overthink, and often stress shows up in the stomach. Okay, so you're possibly also just having issues in that way, but we will go ahead and see. Um, let's see what else is happening for you in the month of October, Virgo. I'm not intending this to be like a hold on, my oven's going off. So let me tell you what that timer was for. So I'm making a sausage and lentil stew, right? And okay. And that particular stew requires certain ingredients be added during certain intervals, like 2 or 3 different intervals. And the last ingredient that needed to be added was the spinach. And so I think Spirit wants some of you to start eating your spinach and your greens and shit, damn it. Ooh. Interesting. I think for some of you too, like deciding to dedicate yourself towards taking better care of your physical health. It's a small thing, but that can be enough to help get you healthy enough to start making other changes in your life. What we eat largely affects our brain chemistry. So like you could do research, like if you don't have enough dopamine or serotonin in your brain, for example, like if you suffer with depression or if you have ADHD, you can look into foods that help increase or promote dopamine or serotonin in your brain so that you're getting that naturally. Just something I thought about. Okay. Okay. Why you gotta be extra? Why do you have to be extra? Whatever. Alright. Okay, so we have the Chariot here. That is card number 7. That is Cancer energy. We have Death. That is Scorpio energy, card number 13. And then we have the World. That is card number 21. And that is all the fixed signs. So that is Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio yet again. Interesting. So with the Chariot in the reverse, you've been really stagnant lately. I don't know how long, but you've been stagnant for a minute, which, again, there's all these different things, like there's even physical ways in which the universe is trying to tell you that you need to unstick your energy. Your energy is very stuck. Literally moving your body around helps to move unhealthy emotions out of the body. Eating good food helps to move toxins out of the body. Your life may have been stuck for a minute and you need to address it. The first way in which we address these things is within ourselves. We start with the physical body. From the physical body, it becomes much easier to unstick ourselves from an emotional standpoint, from a mental standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, and then it becomes even easier to start to unstick things that are in our external reality, the things that we think we can't control. We, in fact, can. So, and it does say, I'm tired of my own shit. Blank will help me move through it. You are very aware that you've been stuck. And maybe you felt like that you couldn't get yourself unstuck. But with the King of Wands in the world is literally, the Wheel of Fortune and the world, in my opinion, are both very similar. The wheel is the movement from one chapter to another. The world is the completion of a book. In the saga of your life, you're about to complete this particular book. Okay? Many of you could be going through your Saturn return, which occurs roughly every 28, 29 years, and it occurs for a period of 2 to 3 years. So you'll probably be leaving it roughly when you are 30, 31, maybe 32 for some of you. I don't remember exactly when Saturn is going to be moving into Aries, but if you're in your Saturn return right now, Saturn's in Pisces, when Saturn moves into Aries, you should be seeing everything tying, all the knots being tied off, right? With the King of Wands in the uphand, you are realizing that you have much more power than you thought you did. You're gaining a lot of confidence, and it's through these changes. Taking care of ourselves better helps us to feel better about ourselves. That's one of the reasons that it can help us to manifest a better life. Being able to manifest a better life all comes down to how we feel about ourselves. If you don't feel good about yourself, if you feel like you don't deserve anything good, then you're not going to have anything good because you're not letting yourself have it. The universe is attempting to offer you good jobs, good people, more in your life, and you're just kind of slapping away its hand because you're like, no, give that to someone else. I don't deserve to have it. Give it to someone else. You need to fix how you feel about yourself, and you see this. I feel like once you start taking care of the physical body more and start forgiving people in your life, forgiving yourself, and realizing that other people's feats and accomplishments don't diminish yours, and trying to get to a place where you are much more in understanding with other people. I think it's not going to be long before you start actually seeing how bettering yourself, better taking care of yourself, better taking care of your connections, it's going to be very quick for you. I feel like your lack of, God, what's the word? Self-efficacy? I think that's the word I want. Not seeing yourself clearly. Like you're realizing that you are your own enemy right now. It's you who doesn't see you clearly. And once you fix that, once you start seeing yourself for who you are, everything you are, all of your gifts, and you stop beating on yourself for all the things that you think you aren't, for your flaws, your mistakes, guess what, Virgo? You're human too. You will see that once you bring forgiveness into yourself, care into yourself, that's kind of the only thing left, I feel like, for the universe to have you learn at this moment. And then you'll have blessings. They'll come in because you'll stop refusing them. Burning House by Cam is playing right now. And the song is about the way she relates to her partner. But I feel like if you listen to that song, I feel like you're gonna feel it as the way you're um, experiencing your relationship to yourself. Um, and it's gonna be good. With the Nine of Cups coming out with the Death card, like I said, you just need to make a few small changes. And it's gonna very quickly manifest you having everything you want. A couple other signs had, utilizing different cards, but a couple other signs had very similar messages for the month of October. You just gotta start loving yourself, Virgo. You need to forgive yourself. You need to care for yourself. And I feel like more than anything else, like it's the main reason that you even have issues with other people, if you are having issues with other people. Let's go ahead and, because I just feel like this is sort of me saying more of the same and you get the picture. Let's go ahead and move on to specifics. Let's move on to love and relationships, career and finances, and health and spirituality. I feel like we've said so much already about health and spirituality, but it is part of the reading. So, love and relationships for Virgo, please. Okay, we have Judgment in the reverse. You have so many cards, Jesus. And we have the Fool. Okay. By the way, Schubert's Serenade is playing in the background. Um, hmm. So, Judgment is Sagittarius energy, and the Fool is Aquarius energy. I feel like both Aquarius and Scorpio energy have popped up in your reading twice. The Fool is card number 0, and Judgment is card number 20. Considering that this is 2 major arcana, there's definitely a person that this is about. With Judgment in reverse, I feel like this was part of the earlier message of you not having all the pieces of the puzzle. There's someone in your life that you realize that you're wrong about. Someone in your life that you realize you judge too harshly or you judge them wrong. You had thoughts about them, whether they be good or bad. I don't know. But you had previous misconceptions about them, and you know now that those are misconceptions. With the Fool, you're going to take a leap of faith. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and assume that this was someone that you thought they weren't shit, or you thought they weren't going to mean anything to you, or whatever. And in October, you're going to be realizing just how wrong you are, and you're going to shoot your shot. This is most likely a love connection. It could be a friendship. It could be, a estranged family member, something like that. But this is going to be a love connection for the vast majority of you. This person could have Aquarius or Sagittarius in their chart very strongly. There's a lot of black and white between both of these two cards. I feel like that almost indicates to me that you might feel like nearly everything you previously thought about this person was wrong or a misconception on your part. And yeah, that's part of the message here with awareness. Look beyond what you see. Hmm. The black and white is really catching my attention. Maybe this person wears a lot of black and white. I'm also noticing that this card has a lot of blue, a lot of red. I'm sorry. This card has a lot of red, and this card has a lot of blue. They're just this idea of opposition, a strong idea of opposition. Maybe this person is opposite of you in several ways. Although Aquarius or Sagittarius would not be your opposite Virgo, that would be Pisces. Um, but they could have a lot of Aquarius or Sag energy. Expansive, optimistic energy. If you're very pessimistic, they could be a very optimistic person. That could be the opposition that the universe is pointing out here. Let's go ahead and move on. Career and finances. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands. Oh boy. And we have the Two of Swords. I did say earlier that you might not be getting along with people that you work with. Yeah, Seven of Wands is having something and feeling like you have to defend it, like a victory. Um, you could have gotten a promotion that people don't agree with, that they think you don't deserve. You could have gotten a raise that people think you don't deserve. There was a lot of the feeling in this first part of the reading of you just having a lot of misunderstandings with people. They don't understand you, you don't understand them. With the Two of Swords, however, there is that feeling of indecision. I don't know if you're maybe thinking about leaving a job at this time, if you're thinking about changing vocations. I mean, if you're not getting along with people, that would definitely be understandable that you're thinking about leaving. In both of these cards, so Seven of Wands is definitely being on the defensive. But even this Two of Swords card, he looks like he's about to defend himself. I do feel like you have a lot of opposition wherever it is that you work at. Yeah, because here he's surrounded by enemies, and here he also looks surrounded by people who maybe are his enemies. It's a little hard to tell. I mean, honestly, if you don't get along with people and if you are constantly on the defensive where you work, that's not a healthy work environment. It's not a healthy work environment, and it's not going to be conducive to you getting to a place to where you're good with you. And it could be the reason, like, so going with the idea that Seven of Wands is about defending a recent victory, it could be that the reason that you're undecided about whether or not you want to leave a place of employment is maybe because you make good money there. Maybe you've been there a long time. Maybe you just got this promotion. You've been waiting forever for it. And that's why you're a little bit indecisive. But again, no amount of money is worth your mental health. And from the looks of it, you really need to be working on your mental health. It needs to be your number one priority. You can always make more money. You cannot always fix what is wrong inside your mind. Not if you always betray it for money. And ultimately, you're the one who has to be with you your entire life. You may as well feel good about yourself. All right, Virgo. And even though we've said a lot about health and spirituality, we're going to move on to that part of your reading and see what we got here. Okay. Cool. Go off, I guess. So we have the Two of Wands with his damn pickles. So you need to be eating like spinach and pickles and cucumbers and shit. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Eight of Swords. So we have the Queen of Wands and we have the King of Wands here. That's a pair. Yeah, your mental health is going to get better. Your mental health is going to get better. Your spirituality is going to get better if you are a spiritual person. Queen of Wands is confident, sexy, very in that feminine ability to create and be passionate. Eight of Swords is taking off the blindfold, realizing that you were not trapped, you just believed you were. With the Two of Wands, it shows a readiness, being ready, stepping into your own. You're going to be stepping into your power by the end of October. I feel like that's a theme for a lot of signs. You're stepping into your power by the end of October. You're taking off the blindfold. You're realizing that the only person standing in your way is you. And the great thing about that is you're the boss of your own life. You're in charge of your own life. And you can view that as, I'm the one who keeps failing me. Or you can view that as, I'm the one that can succeed for me. I'm the one that can save me. I can do it. There's a lot of power in realizing that you're the person who goes to bed with you every night. You're the person who wakes up with you every morning. Take hold of that power. The insane thing too, Virgo, is you're a fairly capable and powerful sign when you are beating yourself up, when you are doubting yourself, when you are criticizing yourself. You're still a very powerful sign in that state of mind. Imagine how powerful you would be if you actually believed in yourself, if you actually loved yourself, if you actually gave yourself grace, the immense amount of power you would have. So, I mean, for no other reason, like if you can't get yourself to do it for you, do it for the sake of how much power it will offer you over yourself, over your life. Okay. That is really all I have for you, Virgo. I feel like I was telling you the same thing 50 different ways. If you feel like that too, I apologize. That's just what I see here with the cards. But yeah, go ahead and check out your other signs as necessary, and I will see you again next month. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it so you can catch the next read, and I will see you again soon. Be good, be safe, and love and light to you. Bye.